Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood transfam Dranka again, continuing with the journey on my warrior queen John, and I just unlocked T2 today, last night, and I'm gonna try and just do some leveling and show you this um, Lance Falling Star build that I've been running, and I think it's been running quite nicely. First, just a little bit of cleanup, make some gold by selling all this stuff. Bye bye. Been kind of lucky, so far I have like about 200 million gold. Yeah, and just junk a whole bunch of stuff. And just to be quick, let's go to the den. See what sort of goodies are over there. Don't have a lot of masterworking materials or anything. I'm doing this self-found. I'm not getting help from my clannies. I have some very buff clannies, some serious heavy hitters. You know, some of my clan folks are really good, and I'm not trying to get help. Just kind of doing it steady, seeing what happens. Okay, no ancestrals. 3 of these. Let's see if any of them show up. Salvage materials are always good. Forgotten souls, yep, I've been kind of running short of those. I think I'm a little short on Tempest. So, oh, well, at least one ancestral. That's nice. Let's see if it's useful. Strength is nice. Faith per second looks kind of beefy. Okay, just keep it there. Go over there. Blow them all up. That's how I keep that. I know it's kind of, you know. Okay, close that. Let me see, I don't think I have all my stuff tempered. Yeah, this one needs a tempering. And I'm gonna look for this. Plus, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way in which, okay, it doesn't give me a +1. Okay, well, I was a little bit confused. There's block chance, which is nice. Okay. Goes with the build. Armor also goes with the build. I'll just go with block chance. I've been putting a lot of block chance on. Where's block chance? There we go. Yo! I keep getting 5% block chance. Hey, I'm a lucky gal. Got 5% block chance on this, 5% block chance on that, and so forth. So that's pretty sweet. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was to masterwork this pretty one. So let's see, the shield is kind of buff, and I hope I have enough to push it to 25. Let's see, let's just go. Nice thing is all very regular. Ooh, ouchie. So now, that's where it is. I don't have enough master opticide to get this to do the masterworking affect, which is like super cool, especially if I hit either strength or damage reduction. Remember, I'm playing hardcore, so all kinds of defenses are really important. Okay, so let's before we run a little bit of leveling, we'll just kind of briefly run through the build, show you how it's happening, and it's partly really like based on the gear I have, and this is for like Paragon leveling. So we've gone through the initial phase. We have 800 gear mostly, and then but this is certainly not the end game where we're really pushing stuff. So like my Paragon's only 108. After we do this, I'm just gonna go to a Hell Tide and try and just kill some stuff. So it's all very gear dependent right now, and I'm trying to optimize the gear and have the build around it. And I've got this light stream yoke, which is an insanely buff item for GA. The sanctification is kind of weak. It was just a +5 item quality. But other than that, this thing is pretty nice. So that means I run Divine Lance. That's one of my main weapons, and I do that. And so that's the reason for that. And then I'm running Defiance Aura, which is mainly for defense. And Falling Star, which is just fantastic, basically. Falling Star basically just gives me a lot of mobility, and then it's linked with this Disciple, which basically means whenever I strike Falling Star, I become an Arbiter, and then I get Wing Strikes as an Arbiter, and that does AoE effects. And then I get Arbiter as a skill, and then this just basically gives me more damage to go with that. Shield bash is here mainly for defense. That and Clash are supposed to be there to get me resolve, and that acts as a defensive thing. So then let's quickly go over the Paragon tool. The Paragon is fairly simple. This is the main starter board. I have plus bonuses to rare nodes. I guess I have too much strength. I can probably drop one or two of those if I need to. And here I have Castle. Castle is like uber, like it's way OP. It's like basically damage equal to 1.8% of your armor. It's like right now it's almost 500%. I mean, like there's no single legendary node anywhere else that gives you anything like that damage. So this is just partly why like Paladins are just OP this season. I mean, they need to tune this down. I mean, it's like, okay, but Blizzard decided to introduce a new class and they made it very OP. So everyone plays Paladins. Paladins have buff, and you know, so that's pretty sweet actually. So the next thing is I'm running Relentless, which basically says while moving and for 2 seconds after, you get 80% damage increase, which is, you know, pretty darn impressive, and a 30% cooldown reduction on top of that. So now you can see how the Falling Star, which is a mobility skill, is a lot of moving happening. It's giving me a ton of damage and a ton of cooldown reduction, and to the point that I don't even really use Arbiter that much. It's just kind of there, but if I can use it, I have almost like infinite Arbiter if and when I need to. So it's the build is sort of really settling in. And then the other thing to point out here is that in the skill tree, I'm running Coat of Arms, which again is like a semi-OP skill, right? And so here I've got 75% of your armor percent and 50% of your block chance. That's now summing up to 94%. So that's like, if you compare that with like Barb, the Barb skills give you like 60, 70, 80% damage. You know, even this like this thing is up to 90% damage, but then it has some other effects, right? The Arbiter is increased by 85%, and then you get one more effect. Here, I just feel like this is like uber. This can be pushed, you know, even higher. Honestly, I think you can push this to something close to like 110 or something. So I don't know. Maybe some of the others are above, but this feels very simple and very OP. And remember, this ties up with that castle where you're trying to push your armor as much as possible. So that's kind of how it goes. The divine gifts too, keeping it fairly simple. Only one corrupted skill. I don't want to die here. It's you know, it's hardcore. If you die, you die. And this season, it's kind of hard to come back. So and then we got purify to fortify my life. I get 20% increased armor. You see, right? The increased armor gives me castle. It buffs my other things, so the armor really sort of just stacks through this build, and it's really kind of, yeah, it's just insane, honestly. So that's why you can just like, once you set all of those up, your skills kind of don't matter too much, you know. It's like you can slay with a lot of different skills, and that's the cool thing about the Paladin. You can essentially play like a basic attack Paladin and just go kill whatever you want to kill. I mean, it's just kind of like, as long as you play sensible, things just die. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so let's go do that. Let's just go kill some stuff. Planis wants some questions, but let's just see how much time I have. 44 minutes. Plenty of time. How do I port over there? This is probably the best. Okay. Okay, well, we'll do this. I need more Obdicite to get my shield up. I'm not gonna get that here. Here, I just want to show you all how this build just plays. It's very simple, and that's the nice thing about it all. It's just very simple. You just kind of slay. And okay, just try to be careful of environmental effects. Yeah, you see, just jump up, get the wings, get the thing, and ooh. Well, that's good. I needed to do that. I haven't been wanting to do that for a while. Oh god, there's those things. Those things are pretty deadly, actually. Let's grab the gear. Yeah, that's one thing about this. This game is fast, you know. Ooh, don't kid yourself. not the easiest game to play when you play it on hardcore. And stuff. Another nice thing about that is you can just jump over cliffs and land pretty, yeah, you know. There we go. More pretty landings and stuff just dies. Okay. Ooh, I got a blast spear shrine. Just tank off it. Apparently. Another. Oh no, this is yeah, that's small. Oh, there's a mysterious shell. It's always nice to go find. And I don't know if I'll actually. It'll take me a while to get there. Oh yeah, this is nice. Got someone else around to help. It's always good. Then they'll kill some stuff, and the stuff they kill will also leave cinders for me to pick up if I'm close enough. Okay, there we go. This is just like, you know, the thing here is you want to make sure you're safe. That's the main thing. Like, as long as you're safe, things will just die. Yeah. Certainly. Paladin has a lot of defense, so one of reasons not to worry. It's still dangerous. There's still a lot of ground effects around, you know. Yeah, a lot of explosions. Okay, damage copes. That's another whisper. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna put on the turn. I got a Paragon. Enough going on. Game also just screamed at me. Yeah, game wants to scream at the players. Actually scares the daylights out of you. That is some damage. Whatever shield it had just went through that. So yeah, it's. I mean, I have to be real careful playing hard. Really kind of can't afford to skip too much. You know? I had a clanny who lost a tune because their dog needed attention. And oh, there's a legendary floating around, an amulet. Well, it's not GA, so it's kind of cool to see. What's that? Okay, oh, he's way to there. Champion. Whoever that is. Senses of pain should be helpful. Legendary rune. Well, so far I haven't gotten any legendary runes. It's a little bit fun, but that's fine. Get them sooner or later. At some point I'll need to start really thinking about like a push build. This is way far away from that. So now it's just about having some fun and just get it started. Okay, there we go. And also reaping. That's one of the cool things that in season 11 they made altars of reaping I think more dangerous and more meaningful. Previously it was just like a little too silly. I just think it's landed and just dies. Okay, I think I've gotten the whispers done. I want to get that. Okay. What am I doing? Oh god. I think my keyboard just... Okay, let's... I am so way. This thing is kind of dangerous, honestly. Okay, I'm trying. Still a little bit far away. Oh, some. Ooh. I guess I missed a goblin over there, or something like that. Let's try and go. I honestly not playing very well right now. It's just waiting to get through the thing, and then I'm just gonna reset a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not easy to keep up with all of this, assuredly. They've made the game a little more challenging, and I think it's for the good. Woof. Yep. Okay, there we go. Finally got all the amber and cinders I could want to. Even more than I could want. Yeah, a little hair raising, honestly. A little hair raising. But, ooh, and a big chest missed. Completely lose track of where I was supposed to be going. And all I was trying to do was to try and find myself that mystery chest. Mystery chest, I seem to be going around everywhere, anywhere. And no one knows to go around in circles. Oof. Tutorial is showing 2 wants to another go at me. Now it's a good thing the belt is powerful enough, and even when that kind of stuff happens, it just oh, there we go, finally. Okay, yes. Oh, some big action happening. Probably some tutorial action, honestly. Right now, I just wanna find out what's in that the chest. I'll call it a wrap for now, because oof. Oh god, I'm so not doing well. Keyboard's acting up, honestly, and first thing I want to do is keyboard. Oh, that's nice. Ruby. More goodies? How do I climb onto this? Oh, stupid. Space bar doesn't work. I'm gonna portal out. Okay, and we'll call it a wrap for now. But, it was fun. Hopefully that was somewhat instructive, though it didn't end as well as it should have. My apologies for that. Thank you for watching, please. It's Dranka again. Do subscribe. I hope you enjoy the videos. Main goal is to help new hardcore players get a sense of how to play the Paladin. I'll put some Bob stuff up too later, and really hope you enjoy it. It's just like I do this for for you all as well as for myself. So thank you all, and see you around.